Powerful shinobi in the Naruto universe being taken out due to declining health isn't anything new. Hashirama Senju died of unknown causes during the First Great Ninja War, decades before he could even become an old man. Itachi Uchiha was robbed of his stamina and power due to his illness, being forced to prolong his life using powerful medicines that made it difficult for him to walk, as explained in the Sasuke Jinraiden novel. And you had Kimimaru, someone who was taken out before he could even reach his prime, and now in the Boruto era, it appears as if Naruto Uzumaki is suffering from the exact same fate. In the latest Sasuke novel, which is called Sasuke Retsuden, the Uchiha Descendants and Heavenly Stardust, as well as the Kakashi Retsuden novel, information about Naruto's Chakra illness has steadily been coming out. Originally when the news came out, I was unsure if I was going to cover this, but now with the Sasuke novel out and there being more information to go off of, I wanted to talk about this subject and how it will affect the future of the Boruto series if left untreated. Now, those of you who followed me on both my original channel as well as this channel, Naruto Explained, you know that I've said more than once that Hokage Naruto, being as powerful as he is, lowers the cause for tension, since at any moment Naruto can step in to take down any enemy who's too powerful for the next generation, as long as the threat is near Konoha. In the Boruto manga, we see Naruto fighting the most powerful member Sakura, while Boruto can only watch from the sidelines. However, this latest information about Naruto could shed light on what happened to allow Kawaki to potentially take out Naruto in the confrontation that happens 4 years after the Momoshiki arc, when Boruto and Kawaki are both confirmed to be 16 years old. Looking at the information from the Kakashi Retsuden novel as well as the Sasuke Retsuden novel, Naruto's illness not only appears to be chakra related, but this horrible disease has roots going back to the time of the Sage of Six Paths, as well as the Sage of Six Paths himself, who apparently once befell the same illness before he was able to discover a cure. This has led Kakashi leaving the village looking for intel, as well as Sasuke and Sakura going on a similar mission. However, what's most interesting about this is that Naruto, someone who embodies the actual body of the Sage of Six Paths, now has the same illness that this man once had, while Sasuke, the person who has the Sage's visual power, seemingly is left unaffected. It's something that's pretty interesting. For Sasuke, Naruto's like a brother to him, and now Sasuke is about to lose yet another brother due to this illness, but this time Sasuke can actually prevent it. Naruto's condition was discovered early enough that they were able to seek a cure, no matter how slim the chances of finding it may seem. However, if there is no cure discovered by the events of the Naruto Retsuden novel, which comes out in a few months, then the fallout from this is going to be huge. Naruto could find himself in the exact same position as Itachi, robbed of his physical peak power, using medicines and his own sheer will to prolong his life, and it could bring Naruto closer to the pack in terms of handling threats. Naruto being an Uzumaki, who have extremely powerful life forces so strong that unlike normal Jinchuriki who die after a Biju extraction, Uzumaki can survive for an extended period of time before dying. Naruto's genes might very well be what's keeping him alive from an illness that should have killed him. If Naruto doesn't find a cure, then he might not be able to fight at full power against the threats that he encounters, and that could make them more of a problem. It handicaps him in a way that adds real conflict to the story, because we as the readers know that Naruto could potentially die. The one benefit that the Naruto franchise taking the Star Wars approach is that back when the Naruto New Era project was announced in 2014, it became clear that information has to be gathered by fans from sources other than the anime or any movies that are made. The novels play just as important of a role in telling the whole story, because everything appears to tie together, as shown in the Boruto anime, when numerous times it's made small Easter eggs to the novels, and how even the Boruto movie pulled from some of the novel material. We could finally have an answer to why Naruto, who while suppressed seemingly got exhausted at the end of his fight with Delta, where he collapsed after using his Sage of Six Paths QB Chakra mode and was drawn as breathing very heavily as he gave Kawaki a thumbs up. We could have our answer to why Kawaki, someone who, even if we take into account the advanced power that he shows in the manga, clearly isn't on Naruto's level, and it might be the reason why he was potentially able to kill or potentially seal Naruto away. It could also explain why Sasuke isn't in Konoha during Kawaki's attack, because even after all this time, a true cure for Naruto might not have been found. As more information comes out from the Sasuke and Kakashi novels, I'll be sure to cover it. The same thing when October rolls around, if information about Naruto's novel comes out, which could be the conclusion to this 3-part series focusing on finding a cure here for Naruto before his illness can further affect him. However, if Naruto does go the route of the first Hokage, Itachi, Kimimaro, and other powerful ninja that we've seen in the Naruto franchise, it would keep true to a pattern that we've seen in the Naruto universe. You can build your chakra to extremely insane levels, but even the most powerful among us are only still fragile humans who can die at the wrong time, depending on what type of illness they have. And one final note, I do have some translations and passages from the Sasuke novel, and I'll be sure to cover those in the future. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all into the end. Have an awesome day, guys.